Hi guys, I don't have this mic on, but I feel like holding something, I feel like it's really like official to hold a little mic and you're like, oh, blah 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 blah. Anyway guys, it is Sunday, January 4th, and honestly, these past couple of days I've been so lazy, so freaking lazy guys. Like, if you are feeling lazy and feeling guilty about it, you're not alone. You're not alone. I am with you. I feel it. Anyway, yeah, so I have been chilling these past few days. It's been like weird, like it's always like this. Every end of the year, it's like so all over the place because of the holidays, and then you're off, and then you know what I mean, you're off from work a lot. At least me for the holidays, I was off from work. But yeah, so back to the whole I'm not doing shit. You know what? I'm gonna forgive myself for it. I'm gonna forgive myself for it because I work. We work, and sometimes work can be emotionally draining, mentally draining, physically draining. And that's okay. We're human beings and we work the majority of the time, so it's good to just, treat ourselves to those times and those days. But yeah, so with that being said, I haven't been filming on my TikTok, or I did, you know what, I'm lying, because I did post a gardening and doing a full beat for Christmas video, so if you want to go watch it, it's the one before this one. Games of Thrones, I'm watching Games of Thrones right now. I just finished House of Dragons, and like, guys, I mean, House of Dragons was really great, and I'm so excited for season 3. I want to see where Rhaenyra's storyline kind of head towards, and honestly, it's so symbolic. Something that I find extremely symbolic off of these women, Rhaenyra, and I love that name, by the way. I freaking love that name. I think it's so cute. It's so elegant. It's just like Rhaenyra. It's so like alluring. Anyway, I love that name. And what was I saying? Oh yeah, the pattern that I've noticed with these women that are fighting for their naturally born leaders. Targaryens are the, what do you call it? The descendants of the crown, I believe that's how you say it. I don't know. But they're basically the ones that have the natural right for the crown, the heirs. I don't know, whatever. But you know where I'm going with this. And it's the women. I mean, there's men and stuff, the power dynamics, the brutalness of this, because these shows, they show a lot of gruesome things that might be triggering. I usually sometimes skip on those because I'm like, yeah, I cannot handle this right now. That's too much visually for me. Women trying to lead, their people with integrity and with integrity and with dignity. And I feel that like shows like this, where like it always shows that men are into power because of control and because it comes from the ego. I know a lot of men are not like this, so I don't want to generalize on men. I haven't met them, but I'm pretty sure you're out there. But a lot of men are driven by their egos, and this is just a human being thing, and right now we're going through a change where like men are really starting to feel really inferior to women because we just don't want to fuck with them. We just don't want to fuck with them. You like literally, there's not one girl that I've talked to, that I've gotten to know, and there's not a friend that didn't go through something because of a man. And don't get me wrong, I do believe that the right partnerships and the right people in your life can really elevate you. I 100% believe there's people, but unfortunately, let's face the facts and what we see every single day now. Men are driven not only by the testosterone, but their need to have power and control because of their ego. Like, it's really big, and like I said, it's a human being thing, but it's like different right now because we're starting to see like that, like, you know, men are gonna have to actually put in work into evolving. Like, how come, like, it's always us put on us? Every single time I see something, and don't get me wrong, because I have been one of those women where, like, I gave more than 2 chances, deserved, stayed, and yada yada yada, you know. So, like, I learned my lesson, but I'm telling you guys this now as someone who experienced it. If you're in a situation where, like, things are just not moving, they're just really stagnant, there's, like, you know what I mean, things, and I don't mean that you should, you know, like, leave everything that's stagnant, or, like, you know what I mean. I'm just saying that, like, if you're with somebody and it starts to feel like it's not really going anywhere, like nobody's putting in work, or just, like, you know what I mean, it's just not going well, stop. Literally, I'm telling you this because this is what's gonna trigger, like, you changing your life. You leaving that person that is keeping you stuck in a loop of disrespect, laziness, because honestly, lazy lovers are the worst. The worst. I'm not saying you constantly have to be doing shit, but come on. Like, no investment whatsoever in the relationship with the other person. It's only one person investing, and it's just kind of like, and the other person is just taking. Once you start to notice that, either express yourself and see. I honestly wouldn't recommend this one. Express yourself and have a conversation like an adult. I wouldn't really go for that now, because I just feel like, how many times can you really talk to someone? You know what I mean? It's just like, it's like we're here to teach ourselves things in life, and this is how we learn, you know, by going through stuff and experiencing things. Bruh, I lost my train of thought. I lost my train of thought right now. I lost my train of thought, guys. I don't know. Oh yeah, the men stuff. And I don't really want to get into the whole men stuff, honestly, because I feel like it's so oversaturated. Like, I feel like it's like women and men, we're in like a war with our government. Like, we're starting to see things with our government. We're starting to see certain things transpire, and yeah, I mean, we're all like having some sort of situation. I don't know how I got there, guys, but I don't like to say like, oh, I'm not a political person, because I feel like if you're putting yourself out there, right, like if you're putting yourself out there like this, and you're, you know, showing people certain things, and don't get me wrong, I feel that people that put themselves out in the internet, like, I feel like it's good to share things and to be transparent, especially with your supporters. So, like, I feel that, you know, to build some sort of like connection with, like, a healthy connection with your community. I really personally, I've been in social media for years, on and off, inconsistent, of course. And this is when I had a man, of course, I was inconsistent. I'm not going to blame it on the man, I swear. Because I really don't like to feel like the victim. You know what I mean? I really don't. I want to own up my shit, because it feels like it gives me power. Like, I'm the one that did this and I can change it. You know what I mean? So, like, yes, we are victims and a lot, but let's not keep it festering. You know what I mean? Let's not let it be our personality trait. Let's not let it be like something that we're constantly on, because what do you think you're going to put yourself in, you know, in real life? You're going to put yourself in victim situations, because that's what you're constantly, like, you know, blaming things on, or like you're just, you know what I mean? It's like, yeah. But I'm telling you guys, as someone who has dealt with different types of men and dated and been in relationships, I think that it's really important to know yourself, you know what I mean, and have healthy boundaries before you start dating. If you're young and you're watching this, I really highly recommend that don't let it be something that takes over your life when you're young. What you need to dedicate those really, really young years for, like 18 to 20, 26, 27, those years, I would say, dedicate to finding yourself. Literally finding yourself, who you are, what are your boundaries like, everybody's so different. Everybody builds boundaries based off of the experiences they've had in their life. So like, or even just by how much they love themselves, you know what I mean? So I really recommend for you to just, I'm a big sister. I am the oldest of 7 children. Yes, 7 children. My mom had 5. My dad had 2 in their next marriages, in their marriages with their significant others, and I am the oldest of 7. I have learned so much, and I have always felt like I want my little sisters to do better, you know, because I have made a lot of mistakes, and I deserve to also have everything I want, even if I feel some sort of shame and guilt with like some mistakes I've made or certain things I've done in my life. I want to forgive myself for those things and to just kind of keep it pushing and keep it going, because I have an idea of how I want my life to look like, and I really want to work towards that because I feel like I deserve it. I always think that like, if that person can have it, I can have it too. You know what I mean? It's more of like, anything is possible. At the end of the day, we're all made off of the same meat and sack of bones. And you know what I mean? So like, I really believe, and yes, some people have advantages and stuff, but let's not really think about it. Let's really look at ourselves as all human beings, and everybody has battles. They're just different types of battles, you know what I mean, depending on your situation. But yeah, but oh yeah, earlier I was saying something about, oh yeah, like influencers and like their community and stuff, like the whole sharing stuff. Oh yeah, I lost my train of thought. Okay, like influencers and content creators, whatever you want to call it. Like, I really do believe that you should build like a connection with your community, and you know, I mean, you don't have to tell them everything for sure, but definitely I think share. But then also, it's like there needs to be boundaries too. Like, you know, I don't want to talk about absolutely everything, but I definitely want to have like a good and healthy relationship with my community that I built, for sure. And I definitely want to be constantly giving back, and you know what I mean? I feel like I definitely want to, you know, give back to people. It's so funny because I was having this conversation the other day with my sister that like, if I was super rich, we were walking downtown LA, we went to go get a coffee at this new coffee shop that they just opened in LA. It's called Espresso Hour, so chic. And we went to go try, and it was pretty good. It was a solid coffee for sure. It was really solid. So we decided to just walk around downtown LA. We were just walking around. Downtown LA is not as bad as people make it seem. I mean, yes, there's scary people down there. Don't get me wrong. There is. Like, a guy walked up to me and he was like, "Can I have $1?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Like, I don't have cash, you know?" And then he was like, "Wow, my friend rejected me. Now you rejected me. Like, what is my life?" And I was like, I'm just walking away as he's saying this, like, you know, but I can hear him clearly. I'm walking away from him when he started the rest saying this, and he's like, whatever. So like, what was I saying? Yeah, so we're walking downtown LA and stuff, and it's not as bad. How did I get here? I honestly don't even know how I got here. Guys, I literally always lose my train of thought. I feel like sometimes my mind is like always like constantly moving so fast. I feel like I really messed up my my attention span with like TikTok and stuff. Like, I really need to like have discipline with not scrolling on my phone. And you know what I'm gonna do from now on? I think I really want to have like where I just post my content and then I just bounce. You know, obviously interact and stuff, but like give myself like a time frame for that, and then like, you know, like an hour a day, and then I split it in 2s or something like that for like, you know, I think that's actually really good. 30 minutes will go fast as fuck though. for each time. But yeah. Oh yeah, I was talking to the young hoes. I'm still a young hoe too. I'm just anyway. So like, just like literally, don't take dating too serious when you're young. And what I mean by don't take it too serious is like, don't start getting physical with these dudes. I know like a lot of girls will be like, oh my god, but like, how do girls do it? How can you go a year without it? Like, that hypersexuality is your creativity like yelling at you to make something or like to do something. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And like you're, oh my god, like I'm really craving some back shots, blah blah blah, all that stuff. It's like literally your creativity yelling at you to do something. Like, honestly, and I can say this, we're all different, but from my experience, as soon as you start to get physically involved with someone, that's when things start to get a little bit complicated. And especially if you're young and you guys both don't know what you want and you guys are both confused, that makes things even harder. I think what's best is to obviously probably have little dates here and there just to get to know somebody, to network or something, but not something where like you know, if it happens to you, really great, awesome. But I wouldn't really invest that much energy into going out there and like finding it. I wouldn't get dating apps. I wouldn't do none of that. I would just go like I would just live my life, and if I get asked out on a date, like cool, like I'll go have fun. But you know what I mean? That's what I highly recommend. Like, know yourself, try new things. Literally, if I didn't spend the majority of my 20s, like, and I really do want to give myself some grace because I was doing the best that I could with the information that I was taught, which I was absolutely taught nothing. So I went out there kind of just like I didn't even know about trauma and like nervous system stuff like till like 5 years ago. You know what I mean? Just find yourself. Don't worry about that dating shit. Don't put your energy on that shit. Try new things. Work out. Take care of your appearance. Take care of your body. But have fun overall. We're girls. Like, travel. Like, you know, like invest in your closet. Like, I don't know. Start filming videos like this. Like, I don't know. I started learning French this year, and oh my god, guys, I really love that language. I think it's so sexy. Oh yeah, I love French, so I'm excited to learn more. I'm not gonna lie, I've been lazy. I haven't been doing my little listening. Usually I'm listening to like a podcast or something, but this next couple months I really need to re-go through my French 1 stuff because I start French 2 in February. I start French 2, and I also signed up for piano classes. Like, I'm 32 years old, and right now I'm like finally like putting myself out there with learning new things, teaching myself new things, being okay with being alone. I think this is why it's so important to really find yourself in those times, because it really helps you build a solid, healthy relationship with yourself. The more that you learn things, the more that you like, you know what I mean? I am nowhere near where I want to be in my life, and I don't want to be ashamed of it anymore. I want to trust that I'm doing my best, push myself, and want it more than anybody. Like, I want it more than anybody. And it's like Addison Rae said recently, that she said, I don't sleep that much. I'm living my dream life. Like, I think this is where we're gonna end right now. Thank you guys for watching my little chatting video. I was like literally smoking right now, and I was like, I'm gonna chat with the homegirls. You know what I mean? I'm gonna chat with the homegirls, and you know, we're gonna just talk about random stuff. So, okay guys, I will talk to you guys later.